Oke, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. You guys, welcome back with me. My name is Neo, and how are you? I hope you all fine. Okay, in this night, I will presentation my project, my final project about English, and in this session, I have so many subbab like the first is about varieties of English, and second is why learning English is important, and third is about language and studies of language, and the fourth English language fact, and the last how to fast learn English language. Okay, the reason I picked this them is because my friend is was take the I think the many topic that I think so I don't have idea. I just can make this thing and let's do it. Okay, the first is about varieties of English. So English is a worldwide language that many people use it, like in people use average in like America or in England and anything else. Between 1.5 billion until 2 billion people in the world use English language. And a few of the statistics, many consider the English language to be word language. There are many varieties of English in the world, but I can explain by one. I just can tell you uh, the beberapa. There are many. There is British language spoken in the United Kingdoms, and there is Canadian English, Australian English, New Zealand English, South African English, and Indian English, and other other. I can spell it one by one because it's so many, and I think is enough. And I will next. That is like why learning English it's so important. Yeah, my opinion why English learning is important is because English is will be a world language, and we have can speak English because the era is still walking, and I think if we want to like studying or working English language it's be important. And in this slide I have some reason why English is important. Like at the first, English is the language international communication. Why English language international communication? Because many people from like Indian or Japanese or Korean, if when we talk together, I think they will use English because English is a language in the world, a world language, and second is English a language of business, like what I talked before. When we entering word work, it will be English. It will be important language because I think we have a client or boss in outside country, and we need to communication, so we have can speak English. And the third is speaking English give you access to the world of internet. Like I said before too, when we for example we are a programmer or network engineering, and we 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 need to see a tutorial for our project or anything else. And if we search in internet, it will be many many what many assignment, like, yeah, it its average is English language, because the solving and the solve that where project is in outside country. And for learning English give you access to world entertainment. If we open YouTube or something else, and we see a like vlogging or podcast, its average is English language, because I don't know. And the third topic is about language and statistics of language. In the world, language, it's not just English. In language is, yeah, many languages in the world, like Indonesia language, English, Japanese, Korean, and other. So I will give you a statistic of language in the world. One is Mandarin Chinese. It's the second most widely spoken language in the world, with 1.12 billion people in the world, as many as 60 million in the world communicated in Hindi. And the third is Spanish language. I think I will not give the reason. And the third is French. Fourth is Russian, and I think it's so many. And in the next slide, in the in the next slide, it will be a statistic of some language like English, Mandarin, Tiongkok, Hindi, Spanyol. Is the statistic I search in Google. And yeah, we're next. English language fact. Language English have a fact too. And in this slide, I will tell you 8 English facts. One English originates from Northwest Germany and the Netherlands, and the second, English spoken by until 1 billion, yes, 1 billion people in the world. And third, most English grammar and spelling follow standardized rules. And fourth, the most used adjective in the English language is good. And five, English is language of the sky. And sixth, the longest word in the language contains 44 letters, 45 letters. And seven, William Shakespeare had a great influence on the English language. And eight, some English words are formed for combining two words together. And I will next. I get these tips in the website too. How to fast learn English. I think this is the last topic. One, learn word forms or tenses. Yeah, if we want to speak English intermediate, we have to know the tenses. Yes, for science. And two, listening. You can listening Bule say, or you can listening some song or another. And three is reading. You can read a novel Harry Potter English or anything else. And fourth is writing. Like reading article of English or anything else. Yes, I think it's all for me. I hope you all can understanding what I'm saying. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.